What's up, YouTube? Sith Lordly here with another comic book and action figure haul video. Got some good stuff in, and I'm excited to show you what I got. So here's the stack of comics, all purchased online, mostly from my comic shop, with the exception of Hulk 250, which it fits right in with the Bronze Age books that I'm collecting. I was trying to get ahead of this because Black Widow, the movie, it started to pump this up a little bit because the Marvel site says this is the first appearance of Ursa Major. The app says that it's not the first appearance, but it lists the cameo of Sabra and the Soviet super soldiers. I don't know because I haven't read it yet, but I wanted to get it and not pay more for it later. And then I also have the next important book already, which is Hulk 258. So just wanted to get this taken care of. Then something I've been doing as kind of a fun project is I've been going down the nostalgia lane of Bronze Age books. I was collecting in the early 80s, so I thought, well, what if I started in January 1980 and got the books and read them like in the New Comic Book Day order that they came out, January, then February, then March 1980 for Marvel and DC. That might be fun and probably not too expensive. So I went ahead and ordered more books that I needed. From January 1980, we've got Amazing Adventures 2, which reprints X-Men 1. And, you got awesome Magneto on the cover there. I'm not going to own an X-Men 1 anytime soon. I'd certainly like to have one, but if I got one, it's probably going to be slabbed. So, this is an awesome replacement in terms of, reading it, enjoying it, smelling the paper. I could get a facsimile, but this, fits right in line with the books that I was collecting back then. And I'm more open to these reprints now. We saw with WandaVision, right? That first Vision reprint started to go up in price because people were priced out of his actual first appearance. So all of these are for the personal collection, and I just don't want to pay more for them later. Now we've got Marvel Tales 111, which reprints Amazing Spider-Man 134, the first Tarantula. And then keeping with the reprints, we've got Marvel Super Action 15, which reprints Avengers 56. Dope cover there. This is not a reprint, but it is a title I've never really collected before, Man-Thing. Hearing more and more about Man-Thing, just in general. I probably, back when I was a kid, I had limited budget, so Man-Thing was low on the totem pole. But, now I can revisit this, and, it is January 1980. It fits in with that project I was describing. So we got Man-Thing 2, looking all wrinkly in the My Comic Shop bag because, again, I can't get bags right now for an affordable price. So I'll just kind of wait till the bags become available. Then we're moving into February 1980 now for Marvel. Got the Marvel Super Action 16, which reprints Avengers Annual 2. So that looks like a good book for Throwdown Thursday on Instagram, right? As we're doing the hashtags. Hashtag Thorsday, hashtag Throwdown Thursday, hashtag Mutant Monday, etc. Follow me on Instagram, by the way, at Sith Lordly. You'll notice, because whenever you're on Instagram, right, you can see the ratio of, I follow you. Does this person follow me back? My ratio is really good. I like to follow back everybody. As long as you're not crazy or posting weird stuff, I'm going to follow you back, and I'm going to interact with you because I love the community. I'm not one of these people that just, takes your follow, takes your subscription, and doesn't, reciprocate. So hit me up over there. Now we've got Marvel's Greatest Comics 85, which reprints Fantastic Four 105. And then we've got Amazing Adventures 3, which reprints X-Men 2. So that's cool. And then we've got a reprint of a book I own, actually. This is Fantasy Masterpiece 3, which reprints Silver Surfer 3. I own this book, but it's slabbed. So, it's not like I can read it unless I want to go digital. So, now I can crack this one open, enjoy the nostalgia of the 80s, and get the great story and the art. And one last reprint here. We got Tales to Astonish 3, which reprints Submariner 3. So I'm kind of casually building a Submariner run of his original title. I've got issue 1 slabbed, and I've got some raw, single issues, but nowhere near a run that I can read. But, when I can find cheap books like this or the original, I'm going to get them. Now we're moving into DC. So January 1980, we got Super Friends, which I just loved this cartoon when I was a kid, right? I wasn't really reading the DC comics too much, but I was aware of all the Justice League characters from the cartoons and the toys. So this is going to be a fun read. And then February 1980, we got the next issue. We got Super Friends 29. And you got the Wonder Twins Activate down at the bottom with their was the monkey's name Gleek. Shout out to Something Wong on Instagram. He mentioned that to me today. I remember Gleek, but he made sure to post that, comment that on my post. Now, really awesome Batman cover here. Batman 320. So I'm starting to get a nice little Bronze Age Batman run. And then the last comic is The Brave and the Bold, number 159, Ra's al Ghul. So happy to have that. Now on to the action figures. I have a Hasbro Pulse membership, which means that shipping is free, which has its benefits when you're buying as many action figures as I am. I don't post nearly as many action figures as I do comics, but I have quite a bit, and I just had to have this packaging. I mean, look at this Darth Maul 50th anniversary. Beautiful packaging. Awesome figure inside. And I have this Dark Horse comic and the trade paperback with that, with that look. So it's just really nostalgic to have this. Just such great appeal. And the sides got, good information as well. So it's almost like a book or something, And then this is really cool. Got Jackson the Space Bunny or Space Rabbit. I remember, I forget if it's like Star Wars 7 or it's one of those, the old Marvel books where he made his appearance. I always thought he was kind of a corny character, but it's definitely cool to have the action figure. I could probably have him mix it up with my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right? They can be these mutated animals. So that's really cool. So that's it for the comics, the action figures. Two things left. One, Spine Ticks is this Saturday. It's a fun show. We go long hours. I've got panelists who start with me, and then I got guests who you never know who's going to hop on the show, right? People just jump in. They're in the chat. They're like, hey, you got room for me? I'm like, yeah, come on. And we'll talk about different things. So we're going to be I'm going to be hosting these segments of New Comic Book Day Marvel books. And that would be all the superhero books, Star Wars, DC, and indies. So we've got quite a lot of content to cover. My brain is mush because I've read like 40 comics this week already. But it's important to kind of know what you're talking about. So I'll be talking about all those books. And lastly, I want to give a big shout out to Danks Comics because he did a live show and he shouted out this channel over here, this Sith Lordly channel. And all of a sudden I started getting these subs and comments and I was like, what's going on here? And Dank had sent people over here. So thank you so much, Dank. And thanks to everybody who came over here and commented, which I replied to, and subbed up, which I reciprocated by throwing you a subscription. So, if there's anybody who's, I guess following me or subscribed or whatever, and I'm not, just let me know and I will, because I'm all about the reciprocal nature of this community. Definitely want to support everybody. So thanks to everybody for, continuing to, thumbs this up and give comments and all that good stuff. So hope everyone has a great end of your week, and I'll catch you next time.